Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
Hey guys, it's Robert from the College Investor here, and today I am talking to you about the best alternatives to Quicken. Now, if you remember just a couple weeks ago, I reviewed Quicken 2018 for Mac, and honestly, I was excited about the improvements. They had made a lot of great changes to their software, but honestly, Quicken isn't the only game in town, and there are several other alternatives to Quicken that are really good and do a lot of the same things that Quicken does, and you might not have to pay the price. So let's dive in and talk about the best alternatives to Quicken and where I think you can get the most bang for your buck. Well, the first alternative to Quicken is Mint, mint.com. And Mint was made by the same company that created Quicken, which is Intuit. But as you guys know, Quicken is now spun off into its own deal, and Mint is only on Intuit's platform. And Mint comes in two basic forms. It's got a website and a mobile app. And what I love about Mint is that it is easy to use. I consider Mint a spending tracker more than anything else. It is a great way to set up a budget, track your spending, sync all your accounts, and it lets you categorize all your transactions so that you could really know exactly what is going on. The cool thing with Mint is that it's free. And you guys know that I love free, but Mint does have some drawbacks. It's not the greatest when it comes to investments. Quicken does an awesome job of tracking investments, especially the PC version of Quicken. The Mac version is getting better, but it's not 100% there yet. And Mint also doesn't do a ton of stuff about forecasting. And while it does have a little bit of budgeting, it doesn't have a ton of it. So there are other alternatives that could make a lot of sense if you want more budgeting. Another alternative is You Need a Budget, YNAB. So if you guys remember, about 2 weeks ago, we just reviewed You Need a Budget. And You Need a Budget is all about budgeting. It is all that You Need a Budget does, and it is very, very good at it. So if you're looking to take your budgeting to the next level, well, You Need a Budget is probably the best bet for you. Quicken does a good job of budgeting, but You Need a Budget does a great job of You Need a Budget. But You Need a Budget is tricky in that it has a very different way of doing it. You have to assign where your money is going, and it makes you live off your previous month's income. So there's these rules that you have to follow, and it's not difficult to do, but it is a change for people that are moving from a spending tracker to like a true budgeting system. However, because it like really forces you into this system, You Need a Budget claims to save budgeters $600 by month 2 and over $6,000 in their first year because of the way it forces you to budget. I will note that You Need a Budget is a paid program, and it will probably cost you about $83 a year, which is pretty expensive, especially considering that even Quicken now is a little bit cheaper than that, but Quicken is a subscription model as well. Another option is Everydollar. So Everydollar is a budgeting app that was created by Dave Ramsey. Similar to You Need a Budget, Everydollar follows that zero-sum budgeting concept, which is about giving every dollar a job, very similar to Dave Ramsey's financial Financial Freedom University. Everydollar has free and paid versions, though. And that paid version does cost you over $100 a year. Without the paid version, though, you can't sync your accounts, which means you have to manually enter every transaction, which is a little tough. But if you're familiar with Dave Ramsey's baby step system, Everydollar really does follow it very well, and you can automatically see which step you're on. And really integrate well with what Dave Ramsey's talking about. I know there's a lot of people in that debt-free movement follow Dave Ramsey closely, and Everydollar is a great way to do it. But Everydollar really just focuses on budgeting. That's all it does. It doesn't have a lot of other stuff. So it might not be everything that you want. And finally, there's Personal Capital. Personal Capital for the last couple of years has been my favorite because Personal Capital is focused on investment management rather than budgeting. So it definitely lacks the budgeting stuff you're going to find in Quicken and Mint. It does okay. It tracks your spending. You can know where your income is, where your expenses are. But where Personal Capital does a lot better is investing. It takes care of how your investments are performing, what your asset allocation is, and it has strong analysis tools that help you discover hidden fees and more. So that's the cool thing is that, it does really well. So if you don't need to budget, if you're good with just tracking your income and your expenses and being okay with that, and you really want to get more into the higher level stuff with investing and seeing how your performance does, like, you definitely should consider Personal Capital, and it's free. So I love free. Free is great. So in conclusion, Quicken has been around for a while, and it is definitely robust. It offers good budgeting. It offers strong investment tracking, but it's paid. And it's not the only financial management app out there. If you want a free tool, Personal Capital and Mint are two great free tools that rock it. If you want a paid tool that focuses more on budgeting and really diving into the details, you need a budget, and Everydollar are right there that could be very useful for you. Well, hopefully you found this interesting. Hopefully you learned something new, found a new app to consider, and let me know in the comments, which is your favorite? Do you like Mint, Personal Capital, You Need a Budget, Everydollar? I want to know. Please share it with me. All right, guys, talk to you next time. Thanks.